This was supposed to be simple. Quick in and out. Nobody was supposed to get hurt.
Ugh. What the hell just happened? Ugh. My head is killing me. What the? On second thought, that's the least of my worries, I suppose. We crashed. Delta Squad is dead. Gosh darn it. I guess the best course of action is try to survive, for now, at least till extraction comes.
Now, the Midwest Canadian climate is rough. It gets dark real quick and it gets cold. Hypothermia, one of the most deadliest things among these lands. I cannot allow myself to freeze to death. Alright, 10 logs shall do for now. I should search the crates and see if I can get something at least.
It ain't much, but I guess this will do for now. Charcoal soup, this will keep me warm. Nothing. An empty bowl. Spinach. Ugh. Gross. Strip lantern. More spinach.
I guess I should take it. Right. I was thinking of building a wee campsite near the actual plane. We've got berries. Sweet berries, actually. So we might be okay for now. I'm gonna leave the spinach in here. I'm not that desperate, not yet at least. I need a campfire, which means I need cobblestone first. So a simple wooden pickaxe will do for now. Then we can upgrade our stuff to cobblestone. Perfect. Now I can chop trees, get some cobblestone. We might actually survive the night. I say we, it's just me out here.
What the heck are you? That's one ugly turkey. Are you dangerous? A mutated turkey? What kind of Canadian chicken is this?
Well, I've got some cobblestone. And I think I see some more out there. But it's nice to see we've got these sweet berries everywhere. They'll keep me going for a while. That's a raspberry crop. I did not know raspberries grow in Canada. Would you look at that? Oh, cobblestone. Exactly what I needed. Well, at least if anything, the view is kinda nice. Look at that. A nice wee pond with some river monsters. Pretty nice. Very nice, actually. If it wasn't for the cold temperatures, I could totally see myself have a house in here. Maybe like a vacation hut or something. But no. We're in the middle of nowhere, actually. Is that a...
That's a wild pig, huh?
At least we've got some food. There's some sugarcane. I'm gonna kill this pig. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Listen. I do not want to be anywhere near those guys yet. There's some bacon. Nice. Alright. I need a furnace. This is one of the main things that I'm gonna use for a campfire, right? Yeah. I gotta make some charcoal and then a campfire. I think this is a nice wee area for now. It's near the plane, that way any rescuers can see that I'm surviving. Right, what was I? Ah, yes, I need to smelt some logs. I'm gonna use up my wooden tools. Cause,
We need an upgrade. Stone upgrade, if you will. Very primitive, but it will do for now. Actually, it might even do till we get rescued.
alright, let's make the campfire, shall we? I've got the charcoal. I believe it's just one charcoal in the middle, then few sticks, and there's our campfire. This will keep us very warm at night. At least so we don't freeze. Now, I need an enclosed area, so I'm just gonna build a temporary shack. Not too big, but I think this will do for now. Nothing fancy either. Just something that's gonna keep the heat inside. I also have to remember to keep my wee opening for the flames to go out, because dying from carbonation is very much a thing. Ow! That's a good temporary shack. Now all we need is doors. And there we go. Oh, I forgot. Wouldn't wanna suffocate. There we go. And so I've spent the rest of day one just chopping trees, getting resources, getting ready for the night. Cause as soon as the sun goes down, the monsters come out. Another thing I need to keep track of is my water supply. At the moment, the best way to do it is to get some glass, make some glass bottles and carry it with me. Dehydration mixed with hypothermia. This land is just getting worse and worse. But this sugarcane is actually going to be my primary method of survival. You see, with the sugarcane and some charcoal, I can produce these chara-o soup. And that not only feeds me, but it also keeps me warm, keeps hypothermia away. Which, speaking of hypothermia, I'm starting to feel it. My toes are going numb, which means campfire needs to stay on.
Alright, let's just quickly craft this. Hyperthermia is kinda kicking my ass.
So as the glass was smelting, my water bottles are being made. I realized I need to purify the water, and the only way for me to purify water was with a water purifier, which required copper. Now copper is a common resource, but see in wild Canada, it's hard to come by, which means I'm gonna have to explore, at least try to find a cave system, or a ravine, or something that could give me this precious resource. Now, in order to keep more water with me, those leather containers, they're gonna be very, very useful. And of course, in order to make those, I need leather. There's a lot of stuff that I need leather for. Now let's hope I can find a wild boar or a wild cow, because if I don't, my situation might be more rough than I was hoping for. Holy arachnophobia. They have big ones in Canada. Damn. And here I thought Australia was bad. Threaten two more? Bring it on. call me the bug exterminator. 'Cause you're going down. Now, I've just killed 3 spiders and only got 1 piece of string. This is gonna be rough. Hypothermia. Flip. I might have to... Yep, I'm gonna eat one of those charcoal thingies. Yep. Good call. Oh, so much better. These soup, or whatever they are, they might not even be soup, but they are so useful. So the next morning, I was out for blood. I hunted down creepers, zombies, more creepers, hickeys. But my most important objective was trying to find some copper. Copper for a water purifier, as well as copper water containers. Copper was a solution to my problem. Oh, hello there. You guys are friendly, right? You guys are chill. Chill turkeys. Right. Well, if they're not aggressive, I'm not gonna provoke them. This is actually a nice piece of land. That's a ravine over there. And a bear. Okay, stay back, sir. Yogi? I don't want no trouble. Yogi Bear is dead. Boo-boo shot him in the head. That is indeed a ravine. And I think I see some copper.
Now I know the quick way would be to jump. However, I'm gonna make some ladders in case I ever need to get back to that ravine. Or for easy getting up as well. I accidentally make some buttons. Spruce buttons. What am I gonna do with 9 spruce buttons, huh? Get out of here. Get lost, chump. I think this is a good spot for a ladder system. Easy in, easy out. And there's your first piece of copper. Give it to Mama.
Now this ravine might seem like a disappointment at first. There was no iron. However, the copper we got from it, it was incredible. I dug up the entire ravine. I managed to get a lot of copper and some coal for smelting. I was a successful man, going back home before the second night falls upon. Cooked pork chops. We're eating good tonight. I've got my copper. Now I can make a canteen. Now I wonder how much water can a canteen hold. It's still gonna be better than those glass bottles. Let's see. If I fill it up, it doesn't actually say, but it's not purified also. And that's a big tree that just grew. Nice. That's gonna be very useful. Also, there's a creeper. Hello there, Mr. Creeper. You're trespassing on Irish soil, claimed by the, what am I talking about? This is still Canada. Any more of you? Oh, there's a spider. Now, these spiders, if I kill enough of them, I can get string. And with that string, I can make a backpack. And that is one of my primary objectives now that I have the copper. Because, it'd be nice to carry more stuff with me and not worry about inventory space. We're being attacked. Hold the ground. Easy. Also, these zombies hit pretty hard because they're modded, so I don't really want to get hit by them. I was gonna say hypothermia was kicking in, but thankfully my campfire was keeping me warm. Now, another thing I would like to do is make some copper stuff. Now, unfortunately, it seems the copper weapons are worse than stone, which is unfortunate. So, a hilt, then I get a stone short sword, which is pretty nice. And then a B sword, stone B sword, until I can get some iron. Very nice. I'll leave that here. What else was I gonna do? Oh yes, I was gonna craft some armor. My bead. My bead, my bead. My bead? My bad. Shut up. I'm starting to lose my mind. I think I hit my head during the crash too hard. That's why I'm just all over the place. I actually haven't slept in a while as well. So that's also a contributing factor, but this armor really isn't that stylish, but will protect us for a bit of time. I walk outside for one gosh darn minute, and these guys are already here. Leave. There's two of them. Oh, and a zombie. You wanna play as well? Listen. Oh! I mean, that's one way to do it, huh? Also, it's the morning. Day number 2. Now, I do have 2 pieces of glass, as well as copper, which means I can craft a water purifier. There we go, a water purifier. I think this is gonna be a good place for it as well. Right, so I think the way it works is I have to refill the cantina first. I don't want to waste it. That's gonna be nice. I think how this works is you put the cantina inside, then you just heat it up and it should purify the water. I'll make another one. It would save me the trip and the troubles. Now, let's see if it worked. Perfect. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Now I've spent the rest of day 2 going around gathering resources. I actually found some sheep, which it's gotta be very useful. The wool of the sheep, very handy for a man like me in this situation. It'll keep me warm. I can make a bed, I can make a sleeping bag. There's a lot you can do with wool. And the day just went on pretty quickly. I was not ready for night number 3.